Hello, and welcome. My name is Miss Multiconsole, and welcome back to Tales of Berseria. We are just about to defeat the legates and sacrifice Sugar Ray and Melchior to the Imperiums, I believe. So I'm excited to see how this goes. It might be a tough battle. Who knows? Who knows? I think there's going to be a lot of backstory with at least Rockaroo and Magilou. At least I'm hoping there will be, but I guess we will just wait and see. But before we do that, of course, we do have some dialogue things to do in the town before we go. One is from Camaona and Medusa, and I can't quite see the other characters just yet, but I am sure we will find out. Let's do our expedition first before we do anything though. Okay, I didn't really get anything that time. That sucks. Alright, well, let's send that back out and let's see what Medusa's doing.
Don't worry, Camaona. There's nothing to fear here.
Lies.
Fear?
There's
Are
everything
you scared
to fear.
about something, Medusa? You can tell me about it. I'll listen. It's just us here, and my lips are sealed. Everyone knows I'm good at keeping secrets.
All right, I guess I'll tell you.
All right, go on.
Velvet and her friends left to go fight one last battle. It's a really important fight. For you, for me, and for everyone in the whole wide world.
How important is it?
More than I can even imagine. And right now, nobody knows how it'll go. Or what will happen afterward.
That sounds scary.
It does.
It is. That's why I was thinking of praying for you to be safe, sweetie. No matter what happens. But it just feels strange to do that.
Strange? Why?
Well, my god was someone who'd take away the feelings of those who prayed to him.
That's silly. Wouldn't he get lonely if he had nobody to pray to him?
Yeah, I think he would.
I think I understand. Something really big is about to happen and you're worried because you have no one to depend on. Don't worry, I'm right here with you, Medusa. And so are Dial, and Orthy, and Russ, and even the Rhinostacros. So you're not alone.
Camaona.
Or maybe a kid, a lizard, 2 dogs, and a beetle aren't much to depend on.
No, I think I can count on all of you more than I can that god at this point. Thank you, sweetie.
Better than a god. I'm not sure I'd go that far.
I would.
But if I'm ever in danger, I know my mom will come rescue me. I know she will, so don't worry about me.
You're right. Your mother will protect you. I promise.
Yep, I know it.
And Medusa is the mum.
Oh,
pretty much.
Camaona. Medusa.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Surely there's some way we can save Camaona and the others. I couldn't tell you. I just feel like I have to do something for Camaona.
It would be nice if there was some kind of protection that we could get for the Therians and for Laphicet and everyone, because it's just going to be too sad if all of those characters end up dying. The world is going to be a very empty place without these characters. In my opinion. It's not going to be the same without Camaona, Medusa, and Laphicet. Even Velvet is gonna maybe disappear. I don't entirely know what's gonna happen, but I don't think that we're gonna get a good ending somehow, and I am dreading seeing it, to be quite honest. I want to see it, but I'm dreading seeing it. I have mixed feelings. Do you think they'll pick up a souvenir? Oh my god. Yes, I will give you the blood of the sacrifices. What kind of souvenir would you even want? It would be something gruesome. We're going out to battle. I'm not going on holiday. Anything is possible. Yes, just keep positive. They probably won't though. They aren't very thoughtful, are they? But still, I'll be happy if they all come back safe. Yes, that is the main thing. That is what we are hoping for. But I guess we will just have to see. Kuragane, what kind of fool turns himself into a blasted sword? I know, right? I was really surprised that he did that. He turned his whole body into a sword. He really is dedicated. Did he really want to just craft the best sword that badly that he'd even be willing to give up his entire body to do it? How crazy is that? That is so crazy. See, even Dial thinks it's crazy. I can't help but respect it. I don't know about that, man. I just think it's a little bit strange. All right, let's see what this
A
dude
merchant
says.
friend who works with the Abbey told me about this one weird Class 4 island.
Oh, I really need to do some of these
exorcists
Class
went
4
there,
islands.
and when they came back, they were laid up in bed, having awful nightmares and saying strange things in their sleep.
What sort of things?
Stuff like the walls moving and attacking them. Fairies flying in front of them. All kinds of weird.
Couldn't those just be demons they saw there?
They do sound
Hey,
like demons.
I ain't done. Towards the end, they were talking about not wanting to see people's backs, that they hated them.
They hated backs? What could that mean?
I don't know.
What does this
That's what makes
remind
it
me
so
of?
strange.
Maybe they saw the back of some demon on the island and they don't want to be reminded.
Your guess is as good as mine. But if you do decide to go, you'd best watch your backs.
Watch your backs. This reminds me of something. I think this was a JoJo episode. I think this was in JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, actually. There was an episode. I don't want to give too much spoilers, but it was basically like, in the episode, if the character turned round and let somebody see their back, they would like instantly die. That's what it reminded me of. I was there like thinking like, what? Why does this sound so familiar? I wonder if it's something like that. I don't know. Could be something else. Class 4 Administrative Zone is now available. I got loads of those to do. I haven't been to a Class 4 zone in absolutely forever. I've just been like way too caught up in the story here to like bother with the Class 4 Administrative Zones. I'll probably just do them like post game, like after I've completed the game or something, because I'm just not really that interested in it right now. But I think we did do one like one time. I'm pretty sure we went to one Class 4 island like when they first opened up, and it was just like a monster battle, and that was it. So I don't really think they're like that exciting. I wonder if they do give good rewards though, because I can't remember what rewards they gave. I'm not sure. My god, these farm animals are very noisy. It actually sounds kind of spooky, like a ghost. What can we do with these yaks? If we leave them here, they'll die. We should try eating one before we decide if we're willing to take care of them. Wow, they're gonna be eaten alive. I mean, I guess it's not really like that much different from a cow. I don't know, I've never tasted yak. I wonder what they taste like. Okay, so we have got one more dialogue thing, like round here. Oh, it's in here. Oh, it's Grimoire. Okay. Let's see what she
Hey,
says.
teacher. You managed to decipher what the ancient book had to say about Inominat's awakening, didn't you?
Right after we escaped from Titania, yes. I'm just sorry it wasn't of much use to you.
Oh, come on, Grim. I'd say it turned out all right.
That's not for you to decide.
You're not seriously blaming Grim for all that.
No, I'm not. But I'd still like to know anything more specific about Inominat.
Please, tell us what you've learned.
All right? What Inominat needs to fully awaken isn't a large quantity of malevolence, but rather the quality of it, in 8 types. Specifically, he needs despair, hatred, greed, conceit, lust, obsession, cowardice, and selfishness.
Oh,
if
this
each was
is making
assigned to a
sense
single
now.
Therian, then Velvet would be hatred and Kamawana greed, right?
Wasn't it despair?
Medusa would be conceit.
I thought it was despair.
Teresa is lust. And Orthrus, obsession?
And cowardice for Griffin. That leaves the Rhino Stagros with selfishness.
But Artorius was trying to steal despair from me.
Yeah, exactly.
How
That's
does
what I was
that
thinking.
fit in? 8 types of malevolence and only 7 Therians. It definitely doesn't add up. Whatever the case,
weird.
it seems obtaining this 8th malevolence is the final obstacle before Inominat's full awakening.
I see. That would certainly explain Artorius' behavior. His plan was to foster profound hatred within Velvet, before plunging her into despair.
And he used her brother to do it.
If that's true, gathering all the Therians served a greater purpose. Right now, the Abbey has no means to collect despair.
But with Teresa dead, shouldn't a new Therian have taken her place?
Yeah, but after we killed her, the Abbey still went out of their way to try to capture me. That must mean they haven't been able to secure the new Therian. And even if they did, it wouldn't have despair.
That's a good point. Artorius spent 3 long years trying to foster the despair within you. If that is indeed the specific type of malevolence Inominat needs, it must not be something one can find overnight.
Right. We need to attack while there's still time.
This is making a lot more sense now.
Indeed. Yet,
Is something troubling you?
yes. It comes down to the very idea of quality where malevolence is concerned. When you talk about the relative quality of something, what you're really talking about is its purity. That would mean that Therians pick out and devour this pure malevolence.
Yeah.
But malevolence by its very nature is impure. Therefore, for some person or creature to become a Therian, they'd need to be responsive to a purity of impurity. Surely few could ever meet such a stringent criterion.
So we don't need to worry so much?
Oh, but I think I know someone who fits that description. Perhaps a certain succession of top exorcists who have tried to suppress and purify the spread of malevolence.
Oh.
You don't
So
mean...
that's what exorcists are for?
It's just a concern. For now, at least.
Interesting. That was actually a really interesting, little dialogue thing there. Although it was optional, it actually gave a lot of information. At least I think it was optional. Bring down the Exorcist Legate. I'm pretty sure it was optional, but that actually gave us a lot of information. I am surprised. So it told us that basically Artorias needs different types of malevolence, and it's not just malevolence. So that would explain why this whole dramatization thing happened with Laphicet and Velvet, and all the drama that the Abbey has tried to create, because you could see that they were doing it on purpose. For example, I think the biggest indicator of that was when Melchior put Velvet in that dream vision thing with her whole town. For a while I was like, why did he do that? What was the purpose of that? Isn't that just going a bit out of his way when he could just capture her? Why spin this weird dream thing? So that definitely has cleared up a lot of things. I'm happy about that, actually. That's really cool. Now we are learning that this was all a premeditated plan that they have been, or at least Artorias has been working on for many, many years, which is absolutely crazy. He's been fostering hatred in Velvet for that long. It must be really hard to get those specific types of malevolence, for them to do hatred and then despair in Velvet. I mean, it's a good plan. I mean, she definitely had both of those things. But yeah, I wonder what they're going to do now. It's going to be pretty hard to find anyone to do that now, with the required malevolence.
If only I could just use my power to seal Enominat.
If only.
Looks like
Laphicet.
you're raring to go, eh, Laphicet? Just don't be too eager to help, okay? You've got a bad habit of trying to play the good guy.
Oh no, I'm not a good guy. I'm a selfish, wicked little boy.
He's trying to be Velvet.
Oh, is that so?
But if you acknowledge your own selfishness, then it's something you've chosen for yourself, right?
Yeah.
Then we have that in common. Now, all that's left is to follow your own creed. Only that.
Besides, I'm a demon. Even if you were the worst of the worst, I'd be like, cool.
Thanks, Eisen. Thanks, Rokuro.
Cool, man. You're so awesome. What's up with that?
Velvet. Don't give up on Laphicet just yet, okay?
So, you were eavesdropping on us at the inn.
You dirty
Heavens!
eavesdropper.
I never knew a praetor to be so utterly shameless!
All right, I was. But that's not what I'm trying to say here. What I'm trying to say is...
I know. No matter how selfish you are, life's empty without anyone to share it with.
Correct. She's got a point.
More than anything, I don't want to give up. Not on myself.
Good. That is very nice to hear. I'm glad. So I wonder if they are going to use the Exorcist for this last bit of malevolence that they need. And maybe it's the Legates. Maybe that's who they're going to use. Although I don't know about them having despair. I don't think any of them have despair. I'm not quite sure. I guess we'll just have to see what happens, I suppose. Oh my god, look at the sky. Definitely in a scarlet night here. Okay, so I guess we just go straight to the dialogue thing, I suppose. I'm going to save it real quick though before we do that. There we go. Let's do this. Let's take down some legates. We got this. Is that little plant? There's the little plant. Oh, wow. Oh, there's loads of them. Oh, okay. So that wasn't just there because of like the cutscene. There's actually a few of them about. I thought it was just the same one from the cutscene.
What is all this?
Oh God, yeah. What is
Oh,
that?
calm down. It's just steam.
Really?
Oh, is that
Oh,
it?
I get it. Mount Killaraus is melting the bottom of the glacier.
Of course. The heat and the cold are engaged in a feudal war. Just like someone I know.
Why not worry about the path you're taking?
The path I'm taking?
Oh, hot!
Wait, beneath this ice?
Is boiling hot water.
How can you be so calm right now? One false step and we're poached!
Probably.
If you don't slip, you won't die.
For the Reaper, you're certainly optimistic.
Where's that famous apathy of yours today, Magilou?
Who cares about apathy? Especially when I got friends as depraved as you.
So one false step and we are toasted. We are a jacket potato. Let's be careful where we walk then. Although I don't actually think anything will happen to us. Can we fall down? No, we can't, unfortunately. But it would be, would kind of make it interesting if you could. It would give me a sense of dread. I would be like, oh my god, one false step and I am doomed. Let's fight some specters and fluffy boars that I want them to turn into plushies because they're actually really cute. Let's do this. I can't wait to see what happens next, but we will just have to wait and see. I need to defend because I need some of those blue orby things. Time to die. This woman just looks like so strange. She looks like she's made out of water or something. I know she's supposed to be like a ghost, but she almost looks like she's made out of water. It's very strange. Or maybe crystals. She's actually kind of pretty for a ghost. Never thought I would say that. This ghost is actually pretty. Alright, let's go and defeat this one as well. Although she kind of has like, she's a bit disproportionate. Like, I think the arms are a bit big for the body. If that makes sense. She looks a little strange in that regard. Okay, there we go. Defend. Let's go, go, go. I wonder if I can do a Mystic Art. Let's do a Mystic Art. Let's just take these out as soon as I possibly can. There we go. Mystic Art time. I wonder how much damage that will do. Oh, and now we are in our Demon Claw thing, Demon Arm, whatever it's called. And the Guillotine Monster is here. Do you remember the Guillotine Monster? That was like the boss we fought in the town. There we go. But he is easy peasy.
You too.
We did it! Awesome! Alright, let's go. Let's continue our journey. Let's do this. Oh, another skit. Wow, so many cutscenes today.
It's all red. So this is a Scarlet Night.
This is
Pretty
the
strange,
night.
isn't it?
It's amazing. It's not like I'm happy about it or anything.
If you're worried about Laffy or Celica, you don't need to be. I was just wondering what makes the moon turn so red.
They say the Crimson Moon is a gate to beyond, and is proof of humanity's sins.
A sign of sin, huh? Maybe the moon drinks up the innocent blood spilled by the wicked.
My, it would take a wicked mind indeed to come up with something like that.
Please, don't say such frightening things.
A scarlet night occurs whenever a full moon is in a certain position. The land and the moon pull at each other, and Earth Pulse energy spills into the sky, turning it red.
Yes, and the amount of power is said to create enough mana to affect even an Empyrean.
So that's why the ritual is done on a Scarlet Night.
But the world of humanity is violent, and the Earth Pulse is stained with all the blood spilled throughout history. So Rokuro's theory might have hit a little closer to the truth than expected.
Oh, a wild guess hits the mark.
Don't get used to it.
It sure does look grim, though.
Yeah.
It definitely does. It's very foreboding indeed. Everything bad always happens on the Scarlet Night, so I am not surprised that our characters are wary, because I am wary. I feel like something really bad is going to happen. Things are probably going to get really chaotic and really messy very soon.
That's the cave.
I wonder maybe
I can
the
feel
legates
a
are
powerful
going to do
Earth
something
Pulse
bad.
flowing inside it.
It looks like we can reach the core from there.
Alrighty, let's take the coins. Awesome. So we are we are now technically in Mount Killaraus, so that's pretty cool. The Lifespring font. I'm really curious to see like what the Imperiums actually are, what they look like. I think they might be like, they might look just like humans. Maybe they're kind of like Malachims or something. I am not entirely sure. Bring down the Exorcist Legate. I think they were in Zestiria. I'm pretty sure the Imperiums were in Zestiria and they would like control the domains in the towns. Like, I think that they would keep the malevolence in balance or something like that. I vaguely remember them and they mostly just looked like humans. So I'm wondering if they're going to be like the same kind of thing, but we will just see. Because I think that the Imperiums are meant to like balance the world out or something like that, like control the world, make sure it like doesn't go out of control and crazy and stuff like that. So maybe if we wake them, they will help us. I don't know why they're even asleep. Why are they even asleep? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and find out, although Melchior did say that if we wake them, then, you know, the weather's gonna get crazy and things are gonna be just like really bad and Flamestone will cease to exist and all this other crazy stuff. I'm not entirely sure why, but I don't know. I guess we'll just have to proceed. I'm gonna save it again because you can never be too careful. You never know. You never know what's going to be waiting around the corner. So there we go. Saved it. Let's go in the cave and see what happens. Watch out for erupting volcano. Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Let's see what this skit is about.
All right, Velvet. I think it's time you let us in on your plan for how we escape if and when the volcano erupts.
There is no plan.
Oh, what? Then even if we awaken the elemental Imperiums, we're still toast!
I'm not going to die.
Well, I'm super happy for you, but what about the rest of us?
I'm sure you'll all make it.
Don't you think you're being a bit blithe?
I doubt there'll be an eruption at all. We'll only be using the volcano's life spring to push souls into the Earth Pulse. I don't think that should have much of an impact on the volcano's activity itself.
Well, if you say so. That's a load off.
Aye. But the ancients also say that when the four Empyreans awaken, there's a great shift in the Earth. If they're angry about being roused from their slumber, I don't think a volcanic eruption is something we can rule out.
Oh, so that's why it happens.
What did I tell you?
But what if they're not angry?
I'm sure we'll be fine. If the volcano erupts, we'll just deal with it.
You're starting to sound like Velvet.
See? I swear.
You look sure
She's
of
rubbing
yourself.
off on him.
But I'm still nervous.
It may be best to write up a will. Eisen, do you have a pen and paper?
Yeah, but I'm using them.
That's enough. You already know how this will turn out, right?
Oh, so you figured that out.
It wasn't hard. Besides, it's not like you have anyone to give a will to.
Oof, way to cut to the quick.
Yeah, that was a little bit mean. She basically saying that she has no one, but she has the people that she's traveling with. She could give her will to Velvet or anyone else, well, unless they die as well. I mean, that's a possibility, I suppose. But who knows? Well, that was a ton of cutscenes, but I think that in the next episode that we do, we are going to be doing lots of battling. So I'm going to stop the episode here for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you next time.
Didn't even get to cross.